it is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters, and for this layout I'm actually taking part in the mood board challenge that was part of the Kidaholics Kids online crop for spring for September. It was the 25th of September to the 27th of September, and they had 2 mood boards. So this is mood board number 1, and I actually found it really challenging. I thought I was going to use some One Canoe 2 products because I felt like those, especially Willow, really spoke about the mood board, and I was sure I had some of those supplies, but it turned out I didn't. And so I dug around in my stash and I honestly couldn't find anything that was a good colour match to the mood board. And I know that there are other elements of the mood board that I could have picked up regardless of colour, but for me especially, the colour is what catches my eye. So I often feel like I need to play with the colour. So the closest I could find was the Vicky Bouton collection that I'm working with. Now, I could find that was a good match for the green, but that was about all. Like in the mood board, it's kind of more maroon feeling colours, and in this, the Vicky Bouton colour is quite red, but I just kind of rolled with it and thought, you know what, this is just going to have to be my interpretation, and it's the best that I've got. So I decided I really wanted to have a play with this kind of triangle, top and bottom triangle effect. So I cut some strips of paper off my paper pad. It's the 6.5 by 8.5 paper pad. And I just cut them into, I don't even know, little strips like 1 centimetre or 1.5 centimetres. So what would that be? 1/4 inch, two quarters of an inch, I don't know. No, they're not 1/2 inch, but I don't know. And yeah, so I just piled these all on one after the other. It would work really well with washi tape, I think. And I like the idea of washi tape because washi tape is different thicknesses, and I think that would look really cool as well, to vary thin washi tape and thick washi tape. I was mostly conscious, I cut mine all the same thickness, and I was mostly conscious of separating my super busy patterns. I didn't want too many super bright patterns right next to each other. I wanted to make sure I sort of broke up the patterns with some more solid colours. But I adore the colours in this Vicky Bouton collection, and I think next to the mood board, it looks okay, it ties in okay. So I went ahead and did the top and the bottom triangles, and I put on my title, which is New Car, and now I've got my 2 photographs, and these are 3 by 3 inch square photographs, and I've matted those on white, and then the same kind of teal colour that's the very smallest triangle in the middle of all of the triangles. Then I really wanted to add these floral stickers because I felt like that bunch of flowers, the floral flowers on the mood board, was quite catching for me, for my eye. So I really wanted to include florals as well, just because I felt like that was another sort of nod towards the mood board that I could add and I could participate in. And again, these green leaves I think were a really good match to the colours on the mood board as well. So just popping that all together, and then I'm going to stick some foam underneath because obviously my photos are stuck up in foam. I want to make sure that they're sitting correctly. The leaves are stuck flat to the page, but the flowers are going to be up on foam. And I know as well, even though the stark white looks really quite nice and quite striking, I'm going to add a little bit of mixed media across the white section of the page at the end of the process, and I'm going to do that in that sort of mauve and green colour as well. I've already got that pre-planned in my head, and I contemplated doing it first before I stuck anything else down, but I just felt like scrapping and not waiting for things to dry, so I'm going to do it last so that then it can sit aside and dry and it doesn't get in my way, so to speak. So that was my reasoning for that. No good reason, I just wanted to keep scrapping and not stop to allow things to dry. So I've got the sticker book that comes with this collection, which is super fun, and there's lots of little bits and bobs that I want to have a play with. I especially want to try and add an extra layer onto the triangles just to sort of give them a bit of differentiation and a bit of something to make them pop on their own. So I'm going to stick these on either side of this one. I do need to add glue to these. I find the stickers on the sticker book just aren't that sticky. They don't adhere well. I'm not sure why. They're beautiful and they're super thick. In my pink paisley collection that I have a sticker book for, they are so thin and so flimsy. I feel like I need to mat them onto white paper just to add some sturdiness to them. These are the 100% opposite. They are so thick and so strong. They feel amazing, but they're not super sticky. So I feel like I need to add extra adhesive to these. So, take one and lose another. But that's okay. I just really like them. I think they're a really nice sticker. I don't often work with creamy coloured bases, and in the past I've really agonised over mixing the creams and the whites. This Vicky Bouton collection is quite creamy, and obviously my paper that I'm using, my 12x12, is a white, and you know what? It didn't even cross my mind today. Normally it's something I, agonise over and think I need to get a cream piece of paper, and didn't even blink. So I'm super proud of myself about that, actually, that I'm, just rolling with it and creating for the joy of creating and not getting hung up on the little things. So that's super fun. I'm going to add these little round stars as if they were like enamel dots and just stick those around. And then once that is done, I am going to get the watercolour paints that I mentioned before and splatter those on. Just a few splatters of, as I said, that green that matches the mood board and the maroon that matches the mood board as well. Not too crazy. I don't want to ruin the sort of the feel of the layout, but I do just want to get a little bit more of those colours coming in. And then this layout will be complete, and I will take you over to the close-up photograph so you can get a better look at how this one turned out. I wasn't 100% sure how it would go, but I was really happy with it. So here it comes now, and yeah, I think it looks really cool. These photos are quite old photos, so I'm finally catching up to 2014, but I'm really happy with how this video turned out. I hope you liked it, and I hope I inspired you to get some scrapping happening. Thanks so much, everyone. I'll see you next time.